And I know that the word no is a conversation or a sentence, like no. Hey, Court, no. But a lot of times I can't say no, and I don't know. It's something that I have to work on. It's one of my character defects. And again, time management. Am I the best at it? Am I the best at it? No. But until I can figure it out, I really need to focus my attention on, the things like the podcast and, doing rides in my college classes, for sure. There's a couple classes that I'm kind of keeping up on. A couple I've just let them go almost. And that's not what I want to do. And I can't do it. So it's frustrating.
Yeah. And you know what? I think it's true that when this happens to pretty much probably everyone, is when you continue to keep taking on thing after thing after thing, what ends up falling short is your self-care, is like your sleep and, your healthy eating. You end up running through McDonald's as opposed to, having time to sit down and have cereal or, things like that. And those are important.
And then I get frustrated with myself. And I start beating myself up. Kind of like I would, not nearly as bad, but like if I would relapse, I get that shame and I feel that guilt, I guess, not shame, but I feel guilt, like, oh, like, why did I not do that? And it's frustrating for me, but at least I'm acknowledging it and can at least process it. Because if I just kept on la 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 la, it would spin me down even further, and then who knows? My guard would be down, and maybe I get some horrific news, and next thing you know, I'm off, destroying everything that I've worked these last almost 2 years for.
Right.
And that cannot be an option.
Right.
I just can't. Well, I'm trying to figure that out, I guess, but at least, and this is going to be weird, but at least I'm trying to not try as hard.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
At least, I guess not try as hard is different than what I'm really trying to say is not spread myself as thin, not take on so much, refocus, regroup.
And I hate this word, but it is a way. I mean, you need to prioritize.
Yeah. But it's hard. And then people will drag me into other things that has nothing to do with me whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, well, I just spent an hour on that, and that was nothing to me.
Yeah. And you can't let people make you feel bad about things like that, and you don't have to go into 8 million reasons why it is that you can't do X, Y, or Z. It's probably most likely more often than not, it's none of their business anyway. It's just the answers, I can't do it right now, or I don't have time right now, but maybe, you can revisit it in the future, so.
Yeah. We will see. So we got to get Gretchen Wilson on the show now. Hey, y'all, and hee-haw. You probably like that song, didn't you?
Yeah, it's catchy.
Now, didn't that have Kid Rock in it or something?
I don't know. Kid Rock's in a lot of videos.
I think she toured with him.
Maybe.
That feels so stupid.
Was she like a one-hit wonder kind of deal?
Yeah, I think so. She might have had 2. I don't know. But I felt so dumb. But I'm so glad that Matt tipped me off to it though. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I hope she does listen to your podcast, because I guess the FBI guys were like, "What's this 217 stuff?" Because to them it looked kind of, and of course the news. I mean, it came out a long time ago, but the
what
people
do you mean,
that
FBI? I was kind of wondering, what do you mean?
Well, the people that were attempting to plot to kidnap the governor of Michigan.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then
that was that same day.
Yeah, that guy was wheels off. Did you see his picture?
Oh, no.
Some Coots guy or something. It's a weird name. Pecker. head. I don't know. But, I mean, not only the dude's picture was I saw in the paper today. I was like, holy Lord. I wouldn't want to be with that guy in a car at all. Anyway, I wouldn't want to be anywhere with that guy. No offense, dude, but he looked like a big old peckerhead. Get it? Because he looked aggressive.
Yeah, I know now.
So, yeah, definitely the dude's peckerhead. But he, one of the guys was in Delaware, but anyway, he shouldn't have been let go, but he did. So anyway, the FBI, like that story just came out because I guess they were doing sentencing or something for the guys. And so the FBI was, I guess, with the governor, and it's a good idea probably. You know, people are threatening to kidnap her. You might want to throw some protection her way. And so they see those, they see the 217 fans with their hats, and I guess they're like, what's this 217 stuff? You know, it looks good. It's got a circle on it. And who knows? They're like, that's a cool ass logo. Like, what are you guys part of, a militia? I doubt that they thought that, but so they had to explain, and they told them to listen to the podcast, and they're like, okay. And then I guess they told the governor to listen as well. Which hopefully,
so should we do a shout out to the governor?
I mean, if she wants to listen, that's fine. The vaping thing, I'm never going to back away from, but I don't think she will either.
Right.
Maybe we can have a dictionary word off.
Maybe.
Let the best man or woman win.
Right.
Governor, it's a challenge. Throwing it out there. Don't expect you to accept it anytime soon. Study up, girl.
You never know.
No, I would so beat her if we did words like peckerhead and peckerwood and pecker.
I don't know. I don't know why you picked those.
The governor of Michigan knows what the word pecker would?
I don't know.
Means?
She probably would now if she listens.
If I had one question to ask the governor, would it be inappropriate?
Yes.
If
whatever you're going to ask,
I
yes.
asked her for the recipe for her strawberry shortcake.
That's not what you're going to ask.
Well, I don't know.
Go for it.
No, I'm not going to do it now.
Of course you won't, because it's inappropriate.
It's not inappropriate. I mean, how can I vote for someone who doesn't know what peckerhead is?
You don't know that she doesn't know that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how would I know unless I asked her?
Get her on the podcast, then.
I shouldn't use that word anymore. Axe.
No.
Not when I'm talking about the governor.
Not when you're probably talking about anything.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question, you know? So I say it because I grew up in Coloma, Michigan. That's how we talk there.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to ask me a question. No? You good? Okay. So anyway, the governor apparently listens. But I remember I think it was not this past September, as in like a month ago, but the year ago, 2019. She was all about that vape kick, and I was mad as hell. And we did a podcast about her vaping, and I called her office and talked to some dude about the BS numbers they were throwing out there, which I just didn't like. You know, it was, to me, blatant, like, lies. 50% of the kids in the school went up 50%. But when you say 50%, and forgive me for saying this, but a lot of people just... they don't know what peckerwood means. Let's just put it that way. So they hear 50%. 50%, oh my God, 50% of kids in middle school are vaping. Oh my God, that is a crisis. And I think she even called it a vaping epidemic or crisis or some dumb stuff like that. And that's not what it was all. Nothing. It was not half of middle schoolers. It wasn't half of high schoolers. It was 50%. Of people. And when I talked to the guy at the governor's office or whatever, I was like, look, man, that's like if it went from 2 people vaping out of 100 that said, yeah, I've tried to vape, to 3. That's 50%. And that's exactly what happened. And the numbers were that low. And he was doing, it was actually 2.38 and it rose to 3 point. I'm like, oh, you MFer. I was like, see, quit telling people it went up 50%. I was like, that is so wrong. Just tell people 3 out of 100 middle schoolers have vaped. Oh, because then people wouldn't care. Like, what's the hidden agenda there?
Well, everybody does that. Everything,
Vapes? Yeah,
no. That's not what I'm saying. Is it presentation of information? It's
but
all how
why?
you put it. Because she doesn't want people to vape. I don't know.
But it's not that big of a problem. Why is she running around here spending so much money? It's like, hey, look over here. I'm going to do some stuff over here. It makes me not trust her. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, politics are...
Yeah, we don't get into politics.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say, we're not doing it.
Facts. Hard-hitting facts. Raw. That is good. No, but seriously, though, I used to smoke cigarettes. I do vape now. And I'm sure, yeah, is it healthy? Is it good for you? No. I mean, just air probably is good for you. Oxygen. So, sure. You know, is there some negative effects to it? I'm sure. You know, I haven't been vaping that long, so I'm not 100% sure, but I can tell you I'm 100% sure that I don't cough as much.
Right.
I'm not hacking up a lung all the time like I did when I smoked. I don't stink. I don't spend as much money. Those are things that I feel benefit me. I did talk to my doctor about it one time, and he said, well, vaping's bad because you buy your liquid from China. And I don't buy my liquid from China. So vaping's good. And he just kind of looked at me like, damn.
Well, let's just make it clear right now that we are not promoting people to vape. We are not saying that you should do that. Just saying. He's just saying.
Let me get the good candy flavored stuff.
Jeez.
I'm just saying that this is real facts. Like, I used to smoke. I don't anymore. And vaping did help me get away from that. Now, like I said, is it safe for me? No. Oxygen is. Air is. Is there bad stuff in vape? Probably. I don't know. But I'm just telling you, like, the effects that I have now. Oh, but the carcinogens. And show me. Let me see. Let me see the experiment. Let me see the test. Because they had one from Harvard. They're like, oh, it gives you popcorn lung. Oh, did you hear about that test? I'm sure you...
No, I didn't.
Did you ever hear that it gives you popcorn lung?
No.
Well, I did. And it was a test that they did in Harvard. Oh, it must be official. But they had this machine, not a person, a machine, hooked up to this vape, and it hit it 28 times in 30 seconds. Like, poof, poof, poof. Nobody vapes that way. So that is unrealistic. Like, whoever set that experiment up, set it up. Oh, wait. Yep. It was a tobacco company, actually, that paid for that one. So it just goes to show you, like, all these things that you hear. Oh, I heard this, I hear that. And then my friend Ron, his wife, was like, oh, no, I've seen it firsthand. And I have you?
Well, if you don't vape, don't start vaping. So, but if you are smoking, is that what you're saying?
No, you can smoke all you want. You can vape all you want. I don't care. I'm just saying the governor was in Michigan, and that one of those guys in the picture said she was thicker than a Snicker. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Why you got on the vaping thing?
I'm definitely not. I'm trying my hardest to get off of it.
Wait, what? What'd you... I don't...
Sexual relationship.
Gosh.
All right. All this Peckerwood talk has kind of taken us down a weird path tonight, but I do appreciate you listening, and you know, this is our best podcast ever. No. So maybe the governor should go listen to the other one. She is not listening, and if she was, she stopped it a long time ago. There was something else I wanted to talk. Oh, did you want to talk about what you asked me the other day about why certain people can't sing?
What? I didn't ask you anything about that.
The lollipop girl?
No, you asked me.
Oh, yeah. How come there weren't like famous singers?
Yeah, you asked me why can't midgets sing.
What? I did not. I said little people.
No, you didn't. You said, why?
Well, no, I said, I didn't
we
say.
were driving and you said, and you just randomly out of the middle of nowhere asked me that question.
Huh.
And then you said, oh, and you answered it yourself. I think you were having your own conversation with yourself about it. I didn't even comment.
I told you I'm tired.
And you said, oh, no, they can't sing because of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. They sing in that.
But see, that's like a difference.
And like Wizard of Oz.
But how come there's not like a